Photographs that froze time in its cruelest and strangest moments. Dallas, November 22, 1963. Jackie Kennedy, the moment she realized her husband had been shot. A Secret Service agent scrambles to reach them. A hotel manager pours muriatic acid into the pool. Black swimmers are in the water. He wanted them out. This was America. Germany, 1890. A patient undergoing treatment for mental illness. Methods that would horrify modern medicine. A family vacation photo. Siblings posing together. Moments later, lightning struck. The camera captured what came before. Niagara Falls. Robert Overacker jet skiing over the edge. His parachute never opened. The stunt became his last. New York, 1947. 23-year-old Evelyn McHale landed on a car after jumping from the Empire State Building. Photographers called it the beautiful suicide. After the tsunami, a woman sits alone in what's left of her town. Everything around her gone. Paris, August 31, 1997. Princess Diana in her car, moments before the crash that took her life. The world would wake up to tragedy. Sudan, 1993. A starving young girl collapsed on the ground. A vulture waits behind her. Kevin Carter won a Pulitzer for this image. A year later, he took his own life. Gaza Strip, 2000. Mohammed al-Dura crouches behind his father during a crossfire. The footage was broadcast worldwide. Neither survived. Amsterdam, 1945. Otto Frank returns to the attic where his family hid from the Nazis. He was the only one who made it out. Anne's diary survived too. A young girl showing the effects of radiation exposure. The invisible poison written across her skin. Some wounds don't heal. The scars on an enslaved man's back. Evidence of severe whippings. This photograph became proof for those who claimed slavery wasn't cruel. Andes Mountains, 1972. Survivors of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, stranded for 72 days. To stay alive, they had to make an unthinkable choice. Thousands of wedding rings taken from prisoners during the Holocaust. Each one belonged to someone who believed they'd wear it forever. The original Annabelle doll, kept locked in a glass case, supposedly haunted. Visitors are warned not to tap on the glass. Colombia, 1985. Omaira Sanchez trapped in floodwater after a volcanic eruption. Rescuers couldn't free her. She stayed calm until the end. World War II. Babies and nurses wearing gas masks. Chemical warfare was a constant threat. Even the youngest had to be prepared. One of the earliest diving suits, heavy, clumsy, terrifying. Explorers wore these to reach places humans weren't meant to go. Blanche Monnier, 1801. A French woman locked away by her mother for 25 years. When police found her, she weighed barely 60 pounds. Ural Mountains, 1959. The last known photo of the Dyatlov Pass hikers. 9 went in, none came out alive. What happened is still debated. Korea, 1951. A young girl carries her brother on her back. Refugees fleeing with whatever and whoever they could hold. The remains of cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov. His spacecraft's parachute failed on re-entry in 1967. He knew he wouldn't survive. He went anyway. September 11th, 2001. The Falling Man, one of many who jumped from the Twin Towers. His identity was never confirmed. Hiroshima, 1945. Shadows burned into concrete. People vaporized in an instant. Only their outlines remain. New Jersey, May 6, 1937. The Hindenburg bursts into flames while landing. 36 people died. The age of passenger airships ended that day. Ireland, 1998. A man and his daughter posing for a picture. The red car behind them held a hidden bomb. Seconds later, it exploded. Young children working underground in the mines, small bodies for tight spaces. Before labor laws existed, kids were just cheap workers. Washington, D.C., 1926. A Ku Klux Klan parade down Pennsylvania Avenue. Thousands marched openly. This was mainstream. 2 engineers on top of a burning wind turbine. Fire blocked their escape. Nowhere to go. Firefighters couldn't reach them in time. Chernobyl, the elephant's foot, a mass of molten nuclear material. Standing near it for 5 minutes would be fatal. Germany, 1975. Anneliese Michael during an exorcism. Starving and dehydrated, she died during the rituals. Her priests were later convicted. Paris, 1876. Workers building the hand and torch of the Statue of Liberty. A gift not yet given, a symbol still being made. Pompeii, a 2,000-year-old fast food restaurant uncovered from volcanic ash. People grabbed quick meals here before Vesuvius erupted. 1935. Robert Wadlow, the tallest man who ever lived, poses with his family. He stood 8 feet 11 inches. He was still growing when he died at 22. New York, 1930s. Workers building the Empire State Building. No harnesses, no safety nets, just steel beams and steady nerves. London, 1929. 2 women minutes after casting their votes, a right they had just won. Their faces say everything. Detroit, 1896. Henry Ford in the first car he ever built, the quadricycle. The automobile industry started in a workshop. New York, 1986. 2 newsies selling papers. Kids working adult jobs. The streets were their office. Belfast, circa 1909. The chain for Titanic's anchor. Absolutely massive. Built for a ship they believed couldn't sink.
1891. A portrait of 10 chiefs, leaders of nations that existed long before borders were drawn. Japan, 1954. Marilyn Monroe visits a soldier with an injured back. Hollywood glamour meeting wartime reality. Giza, Egypt. The Great Sphinx before and after excavation. Centuries of sand cleared away to reveal what was always there. 1909. Mark Twain lying in bed at home. He passed the following year. This isn't colorized, it's an autochrome Lumiere, real color from a different time. Saigon, 1971. A U.S. airman and his girlfriend. Love in a war zone. Quiet moments between chaos. 4 generations standing together. Each fought in a different war. A family's history told through uniforms. 1980s. Tourists inside the crown of the Statue of Liberty. A popular spot before restrictions tightened. Helsinki, 1952 Olympics. Luxembourg's Yossi Barthel cries on the podium after winning the 1500 meters. The band improvised his national anthem. Organizers didn't have it prepared. Rome, 1960. Actress Anita Ekberg greets paparazzi outside her home with a bow and arrow. They'd followed her all night. She'd had enough. Baikonur, Kazakhstan, SSR, 1980s. A man poses in front of a Soyuz rocket, the space age as a tourist backdrop. 1957, a worm vending machine, for fishermen in a hurry. Some inventions only made sense in their time. New York, 1958, showgirls play chess between performances at the Latin Quarter nightclub. Brains and sequins. Berlin, 1989, a demonstrator swings at the wall. Decades of division coming down, one strike at a time. Conway, Wales, the smallest house in Great Britain, also called the Quay House, tight living quarters turned tourist attraction. Vietnam, 1967, a U.S. Air Force lieutenant held captive by a young North Vietnamese soldier, roles reversed in an instant. San Fernando Valley, circa 1970s, Satan's Slaves Motorcycle Club before becoming Hell's Angels, a transformation in leather and chrome. Monza, Italy, 1966, photographer Otto Ludwig Bettmann captures the Grand Prix, speed frozen by the shutter. United Nations, 1960, Henry Cabot Lodge reveals a bugging device hidden inside the Great Seal, a gift from the Soviets with a secret inside. Detroit, 1984, Tigers fans celebrate their World Series victory over the San Diego Padres, 4-1. The city erupted. 1901, Annie Edson Taylor poses with her cat and the barrel she rode over Niagara Falls, the first person to survive the drop. She was 63. 1956, animal medical therapy, before it had a name, comfort found in fur. Kiel, Germany, 1932, a menorah glows in the window of a Jewish home. Directly across the street, the Nazi Party headquarters. Defiance in plain sight. A Dutch athlete receives a portrait of Adolf Hitler as a sports prize. A different era, an uncomfortable reward. Strasbourg, France, November 22, 1944. A French woman welcomes an Anamoroccan soldier 2 days after liberation. Relief written on her face. Western Front, 1916. 105mm shells from Allied bombardment, all fired in a single day. The ground couldn't absorb it all. Washington, D.C., 1857. The U.S. Capitol Dome under construction, a nation still building its most recognizable symbol. Manhattan, 1982. A wheat field in the heart of the city. An art installation called Wheatfield, a Confrontation. Nature planted where concrete ruled. Hungary, 1956. An anti-communist revolutionary holds a Molotov cocktail behind his back. The uprising was about to begin. New York, early 1930s. The Renaissance Circus Trio performing atop Rockefeller Center. No nets, no wires, just balance and belief. Selma, Alabama, January 18, 1965. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is attacked by States' Rights Party member Jimmy Robinson while trying to register at the Hotel Albert. Nonviolence met with fists. Kuwait, 1991. A desert on fire. Oil wells burning during the Gulf War. The sky turned black for months. 1904 to 1906. Oda Benga, Mbuti pygmy from Congo, sold to an American explorer to display at the World's Fair, later housed in the Bronx Zoo primate exhibit, a human being treated as a spectacle. East London, May 1978. Protesters march after Altab Ali, a young Bangladeshi textile worker, was murdered in a racially motivated attack. His name became a rallying cry. From quiet defiance to public outcry, from tragedy to triumph, this is how history looked when no one was looking away. History Unveiled. Subscribe for more.